A lot of you may not know, but today is my birthday, March 1st. Yeah, I'm turning 18. And with that being said, I would like to open up to you guys about something that personally has affected me and affects a large sum of America, even though a lot of people may not want to open up about it because there's like this really weird stigma about it. But depression and self-harm and suicidal thoughts and stuff has affected me for, I want to say, about 4 years? Nah. Since 6th grade. So, I don't know how old I was. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's different from a physical wound. It's different from a physical threat or illness. You know what I'm saying? Like when people have the flu, they know exactly what steps to take to solve that problem. You know, you take medicine, stay hydrated, get lots of rest. You know what I'm saying? There's specific steps you take. And when you have a mental illness or when you're depressed, you have anxiety, there's really no tutorial, there's really no blueprint for how to get past it and to solve it. And I think that scares a lot of people, you know. And the thing is, a lot of people don't take it, a lot of people in America that have never went through it don't take it seriously because you can't see it, you know. And since you can't like physically see that something's wrong with the person, a lot of people like denounce it. They try to say, you know, like you're not really going through something, or you know, you'll be alright. And it's harder for us to deal with it because if your mind isn't right, how are you going to go throughout your day? You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel good mentally, how can you know, go throughout your day? Because you know your brain controls all of your functions. You know what I'm saying? If you're sad, you're not gonna get the same like type of experience out of your day. If you are worried, if you're anxious, you know, you're not gonna get the same experience out of your day. You're not gonna want to go throughout your day, and having to deal with that every day, it becomes like a drag. And that's why a lot of people go towards suicide, because you just want that to end. Like waking up and not wanting to wake up is crazy. It's not crazy. It's a literal thing. You know what I'm saying? I've woken up before and I just like was upset that I have to go through another day where I don't want to be on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And that's a hard pill to swallow, but it's even harder when you open up to people about it and they don't understand it because they never went through it. You know, a lot of people, when they don't go through something, they denounce it. It's like, you know, this possibly couldn't be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people denounce it, and since they don't see any proof, since it's not physically showing that someone is depressed, it's not physically showing that someone is schizophrenic, it's not physically showing that someone is bipolar or anxious, socially anxious, any type of anxious, people like to denounce it, and that only makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go to my friend and tell him I'm depressed and I open up to him about everything, he kind of just like, you know, like, oh, you'll be better. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of just understanding it and taking it as it is, you know what I'm saying, or like judging me because I'm depressed, because I may be suicidal, or because I self-harm, you know what I'm saying, it only pushes that person further down. Because if a person decides to open up to you about being depressed or being suicidal or being any of these things that deal with a mental illness, they trust you. And for you to, you know, like shrug them off, that only causes them to feel like they can't trust anyone with that. You know, if I go to my mom, one of my closest people in my life, and tell her about this and she just shrugs me off, I'm gonna feel like, well, if my number one doesn't care, then anyone below her wouldn't care because I hold her to this expectation. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess I should speak on my own personal experience with my depression. I kind of felt like no one really appreciated, no one loved me for me. You know what I'm saying? I never felt like who I truly was appreciated. Everyone saw me in a different type of light. Everyone thought like I was this type of person, or I was this, you know what I'm saying? What if I wasn't, you know, like how they felt I was? What if I didn't live up to all these expectations? Everyone had all these high expectations onto me, and it just was hard to accept myself that what if I don't live up to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that seems kind of little, but for me it was a big thing, you know, because it's just like, what people love you for, what if you don't possess that, and what if they stop loving you? It just started to spiral down because my granddad passed away, then my aunt passed away recently, my great grandma passed away, and it just, you know, kind of, those are the people, you know what I'm saying, like the people that bring joy into your life, the people that give reason and purpose into your life, that you feel give purpose into your life. What is your purpose when you lose those people? The people that added purpose to your life, what's your purpose? You have to find a new purpose when they're gone, you know. And that was one of my biggest struggles, because it was just like, you know, like if I don't have them, you know what I'm saying, the people I was staying for, and I was, you know, fighting for, and I was fighting to get past my depression and stuff like that. How do I deal with this now that they're gone. And the way I got past it was because I felt as though I have to get past it. You know what I'm saying? I have to get past it, but if I was staying for them and I was trying to get past it for them, it's only right that I honor their memory, you know, by getting past it. I almost committed suicide, and what stopped me from the last time I ever tried to was that my mom's sister just passed away, my aunt, and my mom lost her mother, her brother, her father, and her sister throughout the course of her life. And I just didn't want to be another person that she lost. And you know, after I didn't do it, it didn't stop my depression. The next day I still felt the exact same way. The next day I still didn't want to be here, but I found my purpose. And my purpose now is to help people feel like they're not alone. Like they feel like they're not the only people going through this. And that was a big problem for me, because I felt like I was the only one going through these things. You know, so I felt like I was the only one going through these things. I felt crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because why is everyone so happy and so full of life? You know what I'm saying? They have problems, but they get past these problems. Why was I stuck on all these problems? Why was I so anxious? Why was I so scared to talk to people? You know, so why was all these things happening to me? You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was the only one going through it. And it's like representation, you know, like I feel like for you guys watching right now, if you know that I'm going through these things, and I'm still trying to fight, and I'm still, you know, trying to get stronger with it, and I'm still battling with it. If you know that you're not the only one, and someone if you may look up to me, goes through it, then it may make you feel like, you know, better about yourself. You know, it may make you feel like if I can do it, you can do it too. And that's what I hope to achieve, because I care about all you guys, you know, and I want all you guys to be here. And it matters a lot to me because people don't want to talk about it. People don't want to acknowledge that people go through things, and that if your mental isn't correct, then it's impossible to live. You know, it's impossible to live because you have to deal with your mental every step of the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can live without an arm. You can live without legs. You know what I'm saying? You can live without these things, these physical things, but how do you live when your brain is right? You know? You're thinking every second. You're always thinking every second. So if you're just overthinking everything, if you're really anxious, if you're depressed, if you're all these things, it gets tiring. You know? There's times I couldn't go to sleep. Like, I literally couldn't go to sleep because I'm just overthinking everything. I don't go to sleep with the lights off and like nothing on. Like, I always have to like watch TV or something like that to keep my mind off of what I don't want to think about. You know, like keep my mind off of suicide, keep my mind off of these things that make me want to commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? And I still do that to this day. I go to sleep watching Futurama, all these shows, just because my mind wanders when I'm alone. You know, and that's why I'm kind of scared of alone time. I like being around my friends and stuff like that, just so I'm not just idly thinking. I have with that being said, I have partnered with NachoBirthdays.com to bring awareness and raise money for the National Alliance on Mental Illnesses. So every 100 people that comment on this post, it's gonna be in the description as well. $20 get donated to that charity. So I can't do math right now. So I think if 500 people comment, $100 get donated. It's like 70,000 subscribers. So I need all you guys to comment. It's every person that comments, not every comment. So one person can comment 1,000 times, but that only counts for one person. So go ahead, head over to there, and so we can raise money for National Alliance on Mental Illnesses. And I just wanted to talk about this on my 18th birthday with you guys, because when I was 14, when I was 12, I didn't think I would make it to this age, this young age. I didn't think I would make it to this young age. I thought I was going to commit suicide past, like way before this. So this is a big milestone to me because I never thought I would. I told myself that if I made it to this point, I wouldn't ever consider committing suicide again. And it feels good. It feels good. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it makes you think about something, even if you don't go through mental illnesses, or if you don't go through the things that a lot of people go through on a mental basis. I hope this brought some type of, you know, information to you, you know. And I just wanted to talk to you guys specifically who have been or are going through these things that a lot of us are going through, that it gets better, you know. And you just have to believe in that it gets better. You have to believe, and it's hard to achieve that, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to achieve the thought that it will get better, you know. It's hard. And for me, that's what it is, you know. Like, I always told myself that if I believe it'll get better, it eventually will get better. You know, if I tell myself I'm happy, I eventually will be happy, you know. If I speak it into existence. And I know for a lot of you it's harder because we all do different things. We all have different things that are causing us to think different ways. But it will get better. All
glitters in that gold. Reality, mama.
How's everybody doing?
You are all that matters. Family's all that matters. This is just business. See you right after. Nothing comes before ya. Nothing else matters. All of this is for ya. You are all that matters. I dance around the darkness down on Billie Jean Road. If I ain't to it, then we still'll be broke. Thought I got the formula, bon appetit. I got a beat in case my baby Baba ever leak. Wise beyond my years, but way behind my peak. You gotta eat, this is a step to my princess. A point of interest, fourth in interest. Hallelujah, the kid grew up. The crowd cheer, the child booyah. Mic drop, I walk home.
I don't care about